Tell me, what did you not do this week because you were afraid? Do not answer too quickly. Fear is a clever tailor. It stitches itself into sensible clothes. It calls itself being realistic. It calls itself waiting for the right moment. It almost never has the honesty to call itself fear. I know its wardrobe well. I once spent an entire year of my youth being sensible about a staircase. Sit with me, traveler. Tonight, I will tell you about the hollow beneath the academy, the honest dark, and the thing that waited in it. It never touched me. It never threatened me. It never once told me a lie. It only ever spoke in my own voice. And it became the finest teacher I ever had. You remember the academy, standing stones on the green hill, turf roofs going gold in the evening, the rune circles where apprentices split boulders and called down rain. What I never told you is what lay beneath it. Under the oldest circle, the hill opened, and a stair of root and stone ran down into the dark, further down than any torch cared to follow. At the bottom of it lay the archive. Every note, every failure, every small discovery the wardens before us had thought worth writing down. 60 generations of them, not treasure, traveler, just work. Patient, unglamorous, priceless work kept where the damp could not reach it. Every apprentice was sent down once in their 19th spring to fetch a single text and carry it back up. That was the whole of it. It was not a trial. Nobody watched. Eeskar would simply name a title and you would go and get it. The ones who came back changed, quieter, steadier, and not one of them would tell me why. Not out of secrecy, I understand now, but because there was nothing down there to describe. My night came. Eeskar named the text. I lit a lantern and I climbed to the top of the stair. Understand, I was not a coward. I had faced real dangers by then. A collapsing tower, a wolf winter, a rival spell gone wild. I had a whole shelf of small braveries, all of them earned. Not one of them mattered at the top of that stair. Because the dark did not threaten me, it simply waited, and a thing that waits lets your own mind do all of the work. And somewhere below, far below, out past where my lantern gave up, something moved. I want to be precise with you because this is the whole of it. I did not see it. I never saw it. I only knew that it was there and that it was vast. My lantern guttered in the cold draft coming up the stair. And I turned around. I told Eeskar the passage was blocked. He looked at me a long moment, the way he looked at frozen storms, and then he said kindly, "Then we will wait until it clears." And so began my sensible year. I never lied again, not exactly. I simply became very busy. There was always a reason the archive could wait, a text to finish, a right to assist, a season not quite right for it. I stitched my fear into such fine clothing that I admired the tailoring myself. And every few weeks, Eeskar would find me at dusk, the crow on his shoulder, one candle between us, and he would ask, never hard, never once unkind, "And the archive?" And I would hand him my newest and finest excuse, and he would nod and let me keep it. Here is what that year cost me. Hold it against your own. My magic stopped deepening. Truly, it flattened like water finding a ceiling. I could repeat every spell I owned and could not grow a single one of them. The apprentices of my season went down into the honest dark one by one and came back quieter and steadier and began to outpace me, not in power, in certainty. And the stair began to follow me, not truly, but every dark doorway became its mouth. Every unlit room asked me the question I would not answer. A fear you flee does not stay where you left it, traveler. It moves into your house. It learns your name. It grows teeth in the night. By winter, I could not sleep without a candle burning, and I was ashamed in a way nobody could see, which is the heaviest kind there is. It ended on an evening in my 20th spring. Eeskar found me rereading a text I already knew by heart. He set his hand flat upon the page, gently, so that I would have to look up, and he said 5 words. The passage cleared months ago. He had known. He had always known. He had let me have the whole year because the year was the lesson, and he was too good a teacher to spare me it. And then he gave me the words that I now give to you. Fear is not the wall boy. Fear is the door handle. It is placed exactly where the door is. I went down that same night before my tailor could dress the thing in new clothes. It was waiting exactly where I had left it, and it was every bit as vast as I had remembered, a shape of moss and river-dark hair filling the stair from wall to wall, 2 pale points set where a face should have been, frost creeping out from underneath it. It did not roar. It did not reach for me. It spoke, and it spoke in my voice. Sensible, it said in my voice. Later, it said in my voice. Not yet. You are not ready yet. Every word it had, traveler, I had given it. It owned no argument of its own. It had only ever been repeating me back to myself, patiently, in the dark, for a year, waiting for me to agree with it one more time. So I took 1 step toward it, and it grew smaller. I need you to hear how strange that was, not weaker, smaller, as though it had been standing very far away the entire time, and I had mistaken distance for size. I took another step, and another, and with every step down that stair, the vast thing shrank from a shape that filled the passage to a figure of my own height, to something that had to tilt its head back to look at me. By the bottom step, it would have sat on my palm, thin, gray, wringing its long fingers, still speaking in my voice, a whisper now, the same 3 words it had always had. And it was sad. That is the part nobody warns you about. It was not my enemy. It never had been. It looked up at me the way a dog looks up at a master who has stayed away too long. I stepped around it, and I opened the archive. And it was ordinary, a low, dry, rune-lit room of root and stone, shelves of plain notes in the plain hands of 60 generations of wardens. No monster, no judge, no trial, only the work, sitting exactly where it had always been every single night that I had not come. I found the text Eeskar had named. It took me the length of one held breath. I sat down on the floor of that archive and I stayed until dawn, not because I was brave, because I was finally more tired of fleeing than I was afraid of arriving. Sometimes courage is nothing grander than exhaustion with your own excuses. And in that quiet, with the small gray thing sitting in the doorway behind me, no longer terrible, only tired, I finally understood what it had been doing down there all along. It had not been guarding the dark. It had been standing on the one door in that entire academy I most needed to walk through. It had been pointing at it, for a year, and I had called the pointing a wall. I walked up at dawn, quieter, steadier, the way all of them had. And from that morning on, whenever fear rose in me, I stopped asking, how do I avoid this? I asked the older and the honester question. What is it guarding? Because that is what the honest dark taught me, traveler, and it is the second law I will leave with you. Fear has never once in your life gathered around something worthless. It does not trouble itself with what does not matter. It gathers around treasure, around the conversation, the beginning, the honest look at your own work. It is not a wall, it is a map, and every shape it draws is a place in you that matters. Fear is the door handle. It is placed exactly where the door is. And one more thing before you go. That stair is still there. It is still dark. I am an old man now, and the honest dark has not grown 1 inch smaller in 60 years. What changed is that I stopped mistaking it for a wall. I have gone down it 100 times since that night, and every time the thing at the bottom is waiting, and every time it is smaller than it looked from the top. It never learns, traveler. That is its entire nature. It only ever knows how to be enormous from far away. So the thing you did not do this week, your fear is standing on it precisely because it matters. Do not try to be fearless. Fearless is a story for children. Do one thing while afraid instead. One step down your own stair before the tailor finds new clothes for it. And watch what happens to the size of it when you move toward it. You may find, as I did, that the honest dark is a great deal smaller than the one you have been carrying. And when you come back up, quieter, steadier, the fire will still be here. So will I.